Hey everybody, Jeff Yenser, CreativeMusicGenius.com, just working on some chord progressions, binaural beats, and I just want to show you right off the bat here inside of Logic Pro, I've got the project settings set to 15.7 cents, right, which gives me A equals 444. Now what does that do? The software instruments that are inside of Logic Pro are now tuned to A equals 444 by master tuning, right? It doesn't necessarily apply to AUV3s. Now I've got King of Digital here, right here, and I'll explain this here, what's going on. Let me just play some of the tracks I have recorded, and this is with this chord progression right here, which we'll get into in a minute. I made it with the help of this Circle of Infinite Imagination. Okay, so you can see here inside King of Digital, which is an AUV3 plugin. I got the fine over here, and that's set to actually 16 cents sharp, right? And it's panned all the way to the left. And this one over here is straight up and down on the fine, like normal, default, right? And it's panned all the way to the right. Now that gives me a difference of 16 cents between the left and the right channel. So that's the instrument I'm playing right now on the keyboard, okay? Now that's one way of doing it. There's multiple ways of doing it. Now here, I've got actually this one, an entire synth, okay, because it's tuned sharp, 16 cents, right, on both sides, right, but it's panned, it should be panned in the mixer left and right. Okay, so you're only getting one side of each, and they're detuned. You know, this synth is the same as this synth, right, except one is detuned 16 cents sharp, right? So you're getting a binaural beat from that, okay? So anyhow, I wrote this song. Now notice F major 7 is my first chord, right? So I went into some spreadsheets and I checked out the frequencies, right, of an F3, F in the third octave, when A equals 440, it happens to be 174.61. And then if I tune to A equals 444, which is almost the same as 16 cents. It's, for full disclosure, it's really 15.7. But rounding off, you could say 16 cents, right? We'll give you A equals 444. And so then I get 176.20. Okay, which gives me a difference of 1.59, which is the difference between the left and the right hemispheres, right, in the brain. So you're getting a different signal in each side of the brain. Now, here, let me show you. I'm newly back to Logic Pro, and I'm digging it. I love being in the linear DAW recording environment. Right, it's wonderful after being in Loopy Pro for a long time, but this gives you so much more, right, it connects with me more. Well, now it don't work. I broke something. Undo. Okay, I totally somehow clicked on the wrong thing. Pro Q3. There it is. Now, and when I click, when I play that D, now you'll notice something that's going on here. This is really the kind of the important thing, is that, okay, sorry about the mouse. There is multiple frequencies going on at the same time, right? Depending on what note I play. Right, so there's a G, right? You notice theirs is the G, Okay, let me point with the mouse. That's the G. That's probably another G, right? And these are all the harmonics as you go up the harmonic series, right? So there's multiple sounds happening at once, and the brain resonates at multiple frequencies at once. It's like a symphony. It's not just like, okay, I'm at 1.56 hertz, I'm in delta, right? There's a whole range of frequencies that are harmonious together. So we're really focusing on that rather than the exact details of the number. Now, you know, if you double that, you get a certain number, right? And so I looked up a bunch of other ones using my spreadsheet. You get different, see, that's got a difference of 2 hertz right there. If you're at A3, right, and you play 222 when tuned to 4, A equals 444, and 220, right? Now, over here, I've got C and G and their differences, right? That'd be 0.89 would be the difference. That'd be 0.59, right? And so on. And the numbers get higher, right? That's 1.78 by the time you get down to there, right? And we get up into the higher number. The higher in octave you go, the higher. The frequencies just keep doubling, right? And then they're multiples of each other. The G, if you know, if you check this out. I was just geeking out on this the other day. Like, you got an F3, say, to an F4, right? Which is an entire octave. Midway between that is this C4, right? Actually, I calculated it in my head. There's a difference of 88 between this note and this note and this note and this note, right? So it's right midway between the octaves. So that's definitely in this series of notes that we've got in a harmonic. Anyhow, here, I'm going to go ahead. There's already a Q3 here. That's wonderful. Okay, so you can see what's happening there. You can even zoom in on it. There's all kind of frequencies in this one, right? This is in the recording. Okay, so I started with major 7, F major 7, and C major 7. I love this, gives like an angelic vibe. These major 7 chords are so bright, so that's why I chose those. You know, I got my circle of infinite imagination, and I said, you know, how can I use some more advanced chords, right? So I took that C major 7 and the F major 7. I actually start on the F major 7. I go back and forth a couple times, and then I mix it up by adding in a C sus2, right? I go to that C sus2, and then I'm like, wow, man, I want something different here, but I want it to vibe with what I already got, right? In a smooth way. So I'm like, I'm going to do E flat major 7, right? Just kind of a random guess. But it's a major 7 chord, right? So I'm going to turn my dial, right? So E flat is by the major 7. Now I can grab that chord, bring it into my progression, right? And then what I want to do, I want to go right back to C. So the best way to go is just put that on C major 7, go for the G7, which is the dominant chord, which has the strongest pull back to home. Then we'll throw in this D minor 7 for fun, sounds really sweet there. And then back to the C sus2, which is our, you know, the neighborhood of home. Okay, so anyways, hope you got something out of those binaural beats. Hope you got a binaural beat experience. Maybe I'll work this tune some more and create a finished video of a meditation. Jeff Yenser, creativemusicgenius.com. Thanks for watching.